Nonito Donaire made quick work of Fernando Montiel, knocking him out in the second round of their WBC and WBO bantamweight title fight at the Mandalay Bay Resort in Las Vegas. Donaire rifled off 24 wins in a row after suffering a loss in his second professional fight and showed the boxing community he is indeed a force to be reckoned with, winning the WBC and WBO titles from the equally dangerous Fernando Montiel. By the looks of the aftermath, things could have been much worse for Montiel, as he went into what almost looked like a seizure before being helped to his feet. One of the biggest upsets in boxing history took place at the Tokyo Dome in Tokyo, Japan on February 11, 1990, when Buster Douglas underdog knocked out the previously unbeaten Iron Mike Tyson in the 10th round of the heavyweight championship fight. Douglas went on to lose his next fight to Evander Holyfield, and never was a serious factor in the boxing world ever again. He will forever be remembered for his stunning upset of one of boxing's greatest fighters. Mike Weaver delivered a huge knockout over John Tate at an improbable time during their fight at the Stockley Athletic Center in Knoxville, Tennessee on March 21, 1980. The powerful blow came at the end of the 15th and final round of their heavyweight fight, making the knockout all the more impressive, considering it came after grueling 14 rounds of action. We will never witness a spectacle like this again, since the longest a boxing match can go now is 12 rounds. Roy Jones Jr. delivered a quick first-round knockout of Montel Griffin on August 7, 1997, at the Foxwoods Resort in Mashantucket, Connecticut. Jones Jr. came into the fight with revenge on his mind, suffering his first professional loss after being disqualified against Griffin 5 months earlier for hitting Griffin while he was down on his knees. Jones Jr. made sure he showed the boxing world that it was just a minor bump in the road at the prime of his career and went on to win 15 fights in a row before suffering another loss. Roy Jones Jr. was on the opposite side of the knockout on September 25, 2004, at the FedEx Forum in Memphis, Tennessee. Glenn Johnson knocked Jones Jr. out cold in round 9 of their 12-round fight. Coming on the heels of Jones Jr.'s first loss in 15 fights to Antonio Tarver, Johnson delivered a solid right to the side of Jones Jr.'s head, knocking him out, leaving him lying on the mat unconscious for a few minutes after the fight was called. Lennox Lewis gave Hasim Rahman just what he gave him in their first fight, a knockout loss on November 17, 2001, at the Mandalay Bay Resort in Las Vegas. Lewis first won a battle in court to obtain his immediate rematch against Rahman, as Rahman tried to land another opponent for his first title defense. Lewis went on to defend his title 2 more times after beating Rahman before calling it a career, beating Mike Tyson and Vitaly Klitschko, both by KO victory. Manny Pacquiao delivered the best knockout of his career against the once unknockoutable Ricky Hatton on May 2, 2007 at the MGM Grand Garden in Las Vegas. Pacquiao knew he had to put on an impressive display against Hatton after Mayweather knocked Hatton out and delivered an even more impressive fashion, knocking Hatton out in round 2 as opposed to Mayweather's 10th round knockout a year and a half earlier. Hatton came into the fight winning straight victories after being knocked out and losing for the first time in his career against Mayweather. This was Hatton's last fight as a professional, as he's since retired from the sport. Mike Tyson gave us a knockout to remember on June 27, 1988, when he knocked out Michael Spinks at the Convention Hall in Atlantic City. Tyson barreled his way into the fight, defending his titles 7 straight times, 5 of them by KO. Spinks came into the fight with a perfect record of 31-0, 21 of those wins by knockout, and was heralded by many people as the legitimate champion, even though Tyson held all the belts. Tyson was the first and last person to knock down and out Spinks, as well as the first person to ever beat Spinks in his 32 professional bouts. Spinks retired after the fight. Tyson went on to defend his titles just 2 more times before his infamous knockout loss to Buster Douglas in 1990. Ray Mercer handed Tommy Morrison a vicious series of punches, knocking him out in dramatic fashion on October 18, 1991 at the Convention Center in Atlantic City. Both fighters came into the fight with undefeated records. Mercer was fresh off his victory against Francesco Damiani, giving him the WBO heavyweight title. Morrison came in, winning 28 fights in a row. Morrison was outclassed and outpunched in the fight and never really gave Mercer much of a fight. David Tua knocked out John Ruiz with thunderous authority on March 16, 1996, during their WBC International Heavyweight title fight held at the Convention Center in Atlantic City. Tua, at the time of the fight, came out with the intention of knocking Ruiz out and did so in quick fashion, ending the fight in 19 seconds. Tua caught Ruiz with a powerful left, then landed a succession of punches, knocking Ruiz out. Adding insult to injury, as Ruiz fell to the canvas, Tua caught Ruiz with a ripping left hand, further sending Ruiz into an unconscious state.
And that's the first punch that hit him. And as soon as I got him, I just didn't get stopped.
From your, because you're built the way you are, is